everyone. This is CRE Insight, where we shine light on exceptional people producing extraordinary results. And today I have the pleasure of having my friend Jeff Eggleston on. He is an appraiser. He's in valuation services. And Jeff, would you like to introduce yourself?
Thank you, Jamie. Thank you for this opportunity to spotlight what I do. My name is Jeff Eggleston with Syn-Mar Associates, a real estate appraisal and consulting group. I do commercial real property appraisals for estate planning, like date of death, divorce, partnership dissolutions. Also do private party appraisals for a myriad of reasons. So really just anybody who wants to know the value of their commercial property. We consult at any level. I consult at any level. So just a phone call, whatever it would be, I'm happy to talk to whoever about commercial property. It's what I've been doing for 30 years.
Tell us about Syn-Mar. How long has it been around? And what does your team look like?
Great. Syn-Mar has been around for almost 30 years. We are a boutique firm. We have 5 appraisers and some support staff. And what we like about Syn-Mar is it is a team. We have a lot of guys out there that are all by themselves. And then we have big companies as well. So we're a boutique firm and we work off of each other. We help each other. We cover each other. And it's like a family. We all get along and just really enjoy working with each other.
And in terms of your company, what are the differentiators, or what is your unique market value proposition?
Well, we like to tell people that when you hire us, it's like one less thing you have to worry about. I don't really know what everybody's experience is with appraisers, but I know that people don't communicate. You can't get a hold of them. And so you're always worried what's going on, anything happening. We like to keep people in the loop, communicate as we go along. If we run into problems, just kind of keep everybody informed. So
Right.
our value proposition is just, if you hire us, you have less to worry about.
Okay.
And we take care of you. Yeah.
In terms of case studies, is there any specific or unique case studies you'd like to share with the audience?
Recently, we did an appraisal for tax appeal.
Hmm.
And so client came to us, property tax appeal. And, through the process, we discovered that the property was overassessed by probably $2 million. It's a retail property in Costa Mesa. And, we looked at it and it turns out that the owner purchased the property like 2 or 3 years prior, but they overpaid for it.
Oh,
And they
okay.
wanted to overpay for it because they wanted the cannabis
Mm,
aspect. Guess what? If they would have had an appraisal and they bought it cash, and if they would have bought it, if they would have had an appraised, they would have never gotten that kind of value. So through the process, we were able to demonstrate and prove that that shouldn't have sold at that price, but that sale price is what the assessor grabs, right? Puts
right.
it on the assessor's rolls, and then you keep moving forward. And
Yeah.
so we were able to provide evidence as to why that should not have been that high. So, that was a very interesting case to see that happen. Another one was a partnership dissolution that we were working on. So the partners had gotten 3 appraisals, all from reputable appraisal firms.
Okay.
And then somebody wanted one more appraisal. I have no idea why. I'm like, wow, these people are spending money on
Yeah.
appraisals. So I come in and we do the appraisal, and I discover that all 3 of the other appraisals have the wrong building area, right? So this is an industrial building, price per square foot. That's what
Right.
we're basing it on. Well, I discover also that the reason that they have the wrong building area is because they were given plans with a building area on it, and they just took that as gospel.
Okay.
Those plans were for interior measurements. When I
Yeah.
go to a building, I always double check everything. I measured the building, and I didn't know this before I went out that they had the
Yeah.
wrong number, but I knew that something was off because of the assessor. Whatever we do, our process, we
Right.
double
Right.
check everything, and the result was, well, the value is lower, or no, it was higher. I'm sorry, it was higher because the building was bigger.
Yeah.
And so whoever was being bought out got a bigger share because the other appraisals were wrong. So the partnership dissolution, again, we have a process we go through that helps us to ensure that things are taken care of properly in that case. And I think maybe the final one is just um, somebody just called me up for consultation. They were dealing with a tenant that they're going to renegotiate the lease. They
Yeah.
want to know how to deal with the possibility of the tenant doing improvements on the property in the future. And, so we talked about the amortization of, money spent and capital improvements and things like that. And so, that was just a, free call where it's just like, yeah, let me just kind of tell you how we would look at it and how you
Mhm.
might look at it if you were going to negotiate this lease. And, maybe she'll come back and have something more, substantial done and
Yeah.
official, but at least she kind of knows which way, to go with the appraisal, and something like so. It's more of a consultation than anything else on that in that respect.
In your space of appraisals, you need to stay really organized and work with a lot of different people, sources of information, as well as updating the client as well.
Yeah, we do. And as far as keeping organized, we put in a process many years ago where
Mhm.
we realized that the appraiser is like a surgeon, right? He comes in and washes up and does his work, right? He doesn't prep anything. He doesn't
Yeah.
clean anything. And so what we realize is there's a lot of the appraisal process that is administrative that can be handled on an administrative level, calling on taxes, just information, zoning,
Right.
on a property. As an appraiser, I don't necessarily have to dig for that. It's there. So somebody else can dig for that. I can verify it and double check it. So our system is set up where our admin people, what we call prep everything. And
Okay.
then when the appraiser comes in, they can focus their time and energy on the valuation, making the phone calls, finding the comps, verifying things, doing the analysis, not killing their time. Because when you're in the appraisal process, if you have to do all that stuff, by the time you get to what you really need to do, you could be really tired and burnt
Yeah.
out.
The whole appraisal process, it's synthesizing a lot of information, getting clarity, and guiding yourself towards the truth.
Yeah, we're putting together a persuasive document, and there's so many hundreds and hundreds of details that we have to put together. And then when they come together, you've got to look at it to make sure it's consistent, that you're telling a consistent story,
Mhm.
from start to finish, that everything ties in together, which is why we always review everything 2 or 3 times.
Oh,
Because
great.
again, if like when I was back in college, if I wrote a paper, I could review it and then somebody else can look at it and find all kinds of errors. But I would
Right.
have never found those errors because
Yeah.
whatever I'm reading, my brain is telling me, hey, that's perfectly fine that way. Yeah, send it out, no problem. And so we've learned as well, nobody turns in a perfect report. You got to review things, you got to double check things, and make sure that everything's tight. Absolutely.
Jeff, thank you for being a sponsor with our SoCal CCIM chapter. Thank you for being a great resource to me personally and just being a wonderful support. I loved having you on as a guest, and I look forward to many more adventures down the road in commercial real estate with you.
Yes. Thank you, Jamie, for this opportunity to get out of my comfort zone. All
Okay, great.
right.
Well, that's it for today's episode. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Jeff Eggleston, for sharing your wisdom, your knowledge, and your experience. I hope everybody got a lot out of this interview, and we'll see you in the next episode. Thank you very much.